Most of all, I'm sick of the incivility. These overbearingly virtuous types will attack you for being ignorant of something they discovered 5 minutes ago. I glanced at the large digital clock on the wall. 1:59. Well, I'm certainly in agreement with you there, Terence. That seems like a perfect way to end it. Oh, he seems taken aback. Well, thanks for having me on, Verona. And thank you for providing a place for these long-form discussions. It's my pleasure. Thanks for listening, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe. I look to my producer, Simon. He counts down from 3 with his fingers as I remove my headphones. Great job, guys. I give Terence the standard courteous goodbye. I've honed this now. He's out of the studio in under 10 minutes. That was good, V, Simon says when we're alone. But maybe you should have pushed back a little harder. I raise an eyebrow. I mean, all the pro-free speech stuff. It's not great for the brand. I laugh. He really didn't say anything too controversial, did he? You just need to be conscious of our audience. Free speech is a hot button these days. It's synonymous with right-wing thinking. But Terence Clark, he's hardly right. Okay, I'll try to be more forthcoming. Driving home, I wonder when I started to lose control of the podcast. I realise it happened incrementally. The higher the downloads, the more governance I surrendered to external voices like Simon. I used to pride myself in providing almost anyone with a platform. I cannot claim this anymore. Still, I should think myself lucky. I host one of the most popular shows on the planet. I'm paid handsomely for conversing with the most admired, from scientists to A-list celebrities, provided they all toe a certain line, of course. The next day I'm compelled by Simon's previous critique. That's where we disagree, Jada. There are some opinions the world can do without. Jada shakes her head. Don't you think bad ideas should be heard, not silenced? Counted and said with good ideas? There simply isn't enough time to give every hateful cretin a megaphone. But how do we decide what's hateful? Surely, I glance at the clock. 1 minute past 2. I'm sorry to cut you off, but we're out of time. Oh, shame. Well, thanks for having me on. While the shows never used to have a time limit, it's been decided now that long-form discussion can be streamlined to an efficient 2 hours, or shorter. My digital clock always tells me when I can politely wrap things up. No, thank you, and thanks for listening, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe. Simon smiles at me as we're waving Jada off. You did great. Think you repaired some of the damage from the pod with Terence? Damage? Was it really that bad? Oh. Good. I'll try and vet the guests more thoroughly. Wednesday should be nice and easy. It's a spiritual teacher. Very in right now. I nod, despite inwardly cringing. Well, anyway, enjoy your days off, Fee. On Wednesday, I'm surprised to see the guest already sitting in the studio. I ask security who cleared him, and they just shrug. Where's Simon? No idea. I'm too distracted to be angry. Perhaps he fits the description so perfectly that he just breezed right in. Rishi Kamdar's immense beard is uniformly white, almost blending in with his robes. His brown skin is flawless, virtually glowing. The way his eyes glint as he smiles his enormous smile immediately puts me at ease, seeming to erase my irritation as I take my seat. I've heard a lot about you, Rishi. I lie. I hadn't done my research, just seen the millions of hits his videos have generated. Likewise, Rishi says. It seems that we're long into a conversation before I'm even cognizant of the time. People are universally unconscious, Rishi is saying. You mean spiritually? I mean the average person is trapped in ego, perpetually asleep. That sounds dismissive. I feel like most people are capable of meaningful discourse. Most discussions are now an exercise in petty point scoring. It is no longer about exploring ideas. It is simply about being right. I glance at the digital clock. 12:10. I genuinely thought we might be over halfway. You seem preoccupied with time, Verona, he chuckles. I hope I'm not boring you. No, sorry. I'm bemused by Rishi's claims, but not bored. Remember, time is an illusion. I frown. Okay, it's all well and good saying that, but try telling the sun not to rise tomorrow because time isn't real. See, isn't it wonderful to disagree? Disagreement sparks discussion. How dull would it be if we all just sat around confirming our own beliefs? I personally could spend an eternity in an interesting exchange. Back to the sun. Would it still rise if we had no way of measuring time? I'm unsure how to answer, and Rishi expands on his idea that most people are incapable of staying present. There you go again, looking at the clock. 12:10. I sigh. It's clearly broken. I'm wearing my wristwatch. Bizarrely though, it's also stopped on this time. We're live. I can't overrun. And I don't want to alert the listeners to such amateurish technical difficulties. I try to ignore it. A good while later, however, I'm forced to do something I've never done. I check my smartphone. 12:10. My heart stops. Flustered and embarrassed by the rudeness of the action, I apologise. Rishi smiles before continuing. A lengthy description on what it means to be truly awake. He's eloquent, with undeniable gravitas. His words don't resonate with me. It now feels like I've been sat here for a day. I look up. 12:11. The clock's advanced. But only a minute? There's still no Simon. It's as if only the two of us exist. Myself, Rishi, and the void. There really is no past or future, Rishi says. Only the now. Okay, but... The digital clock catches my eye. 12:10, it now clearly states. Resonant Tales, the new channel telling stories. Like and subscribe for more.